Just a little disclaimer for this video. I started this video as a challenge, but I'm going to end it with the results of my craft fair. Enjoy the video. Hi, I'm Nelly. Welcome back to the Nook. This video, I want to see how much I can actually crochet in just 1 week. I was thinking of doing like a 24-hour challenge, but I don't really think that would be the best for what I need to do, which is make a lot of stuff for my craft fair market in 1 week's time. I already have quite a lot of stuff, but I like having more than I need just in case. So I've got a list of things I want to make, and I'm just going to film everything I make over this week and fill you in how much I make each day. I still have to do other things like work, get the other stuff ready for the craft market, normal day-to-day stuff. So it's very sunny. I'm gonna go sit outside with some yarn and I'm gonna see what I can make today. It's 6 p.m. and I finished one tulip cat beanie. Last night I finished making this bag. Nice green one with a green flower on the bottom with the handles to match. And I then started and finished, without weaving in the ends, a tulip headband. I found this beautiful purple to use. Love this combo. And then this morning I woke up and I made a scrunchie, and then I made another scrunchie. And I started a third scrunchie. I think today I'm gonna just try and get all of this scrunchie yarn gone and turned into scrunchies. And if I feel like making a bigger project like a hat or a scarf or something, then I will. But for now, working on scrunchies. I had to get out of the sun. I'm on my second scrunchie whilst outside. It's the only multicolour yarn I have for scrunchies. I made another one of the confetti pastel colour, but I used a scrap bit of pink for the middle. I think I might do yellow around this. And I'm getting a bit all over the place because I'm now working on a black one. Yesterday I made 9 scrunchies and I made the shawl, but I haven't finished the shawl. And the shawl's not big enough and I might have to use a lot of white yarn. So I'm deciding whether to scrap that project or finish it. But I'm sat outside and I'm gonna make some bandanas and headbands with some cotton yarn. I realised that the skein I had with this lovely ombre yarn was not going to be enough for a shawl, so I decided to start frogging it and use another skein of yarn, just a white one, to break up the ombre colours and extend the shawl, and I could also use the white for some tassels. So that's what I ended up doing. This is just me working on it in the evening times. After I made those bandanas yesterday, I started making this bag. I love the colours. And this morning I've made this and I'm starting on another one. So I got to Tuesday and I went into a bit of a panic mode, which I do whenever there's an event and I've got a lot of things I want to crochet for it. So the craft fair was fast approaching, so I stopped filming this challenge and I just kept crocheting for the rest of the week up until the craft fair. So yeah, I only filmed 3 days of this challenge. I'm gonna try and do this challenge again a different time. Maybe when I don't have a craft fair coming up. So now for the results, which is maybe why you're here for this video in the first place. How well did my craft fair actually go? So this is my second ever craft fair. This one was my first outdoor craft fair, and it is at a local venue that they have monthly craft fairs, monthly food fairs, loads of different activities. Yeah, loads of like restaurant food places and some shops. So it's a very good area for like actually getting into the local area to sell things to actual people in my area. Okay, so the first thing I sold was actually my mum came. It was an acrylic yarn bag, so it was a shoulder bag that was made of scrap purple yarns, and I sold that for £20. A Bulbasaur, which I sold for £7. I just had this for such a long time, so I sold it for a lot cheaper than it was worth. I just didn't want to hold on to it anymore. I'm glad someone got it and they liked it. The next thing I sold was 2 leggy froggies. So I've sold both my leggy froggies I had, and I sold those for £6 each. And the other plushie I sold, which I'd been holding onto for a long time, was my space frog, and I sold that one for £9. So now let's move on to the new items which I brought along. Got 2 cat bag charms, £7 each. 2 flower bag charms, £6 each. I sold 1 flower bandana, which is a new pattern I tested and I really like, and that was £15. I sold one of my old granny stitch bandanas that I'd made previously for £12. I sold about 4 scrunchie bundles, so I started selling them for 2 for £5. I managed to sell 4 of those for £5 each. And then I also sold a bunch of mystery bags. So I had Pride mystery bags and normal mystery bags. I sold 2 Pride mystery bags for £4 each, and 2 other mystery bags for £7 each. So I think that's all the items. If I'm forgetting something, I don't know. But those are what I remember selling from my transactions. The total for this was £143 total, which is amazing because when I minus the £25 for the table fee, I made a profit of £118, which is pretty good because it started really slow, this craft fair, and then I made most of my sales towards the end, I think. So it wasn't very busy. It wasn't like a constant stream of people at this craft fair. It was a very hot day. Yeah, I've got another one coming up in 1 week's time at the same place. We'll see how that one goes with some new items and see if more people come out because it's been very hot recently. That was my craft fair and I think it was really successful. Did I make too many items for the craft fair? Yes. I have so much stock. It's kind of crazy that I overthink how much I need. But I love making things, so I'm just gonna have a huge amount of stock. Things will be listed on my website. Check out my Etsy down below. Anything in this video, and it might be on my Etsy because I put a bunch of things up for sale from my last craft fair. If you want to see more videos like this, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you with another video very soon. Bye!